And he opens those full smirking lips. Talk to me.
Well,
Oh,
now,
fuck!
aren't you dressed to impress?
God damn it, Kindred! Everyone, my name is Nova. It's so nice to see you. This is my second. Well, I'm already recording. Well, how's everyone doing on this fine, beautiful day? Today, we'll be playing a visual novel called Affectionate, and it is created by Kindred Spirit VA. Now, he is also a streamer. I think he's live right about now, but I don't know for sure. I have to check back and see. But he created this game. This game is still in active development, so yeah. This is part take two of me recording this because the first one accidentally had no audio. So yeah, I'm doing it all over again. So yeah, let's get into the video, shall we? Ooh, look at this. New game. Ooh, before we get started, let me just put on my glasses because I can't see. Before we get started, what is your, let's get to know each other a bit. What are your preferred gender? I'm a female. Great. The story will now refer you to as she, her. Nope, nope, nope. No. It is a. Hold on. Let me look my phone. Yeah. It's a pleasure to meet you, Nova. It's a pleasure to meet you. This is your story. A sharp buzz of my phone notification cuts through my sleep, dragging me back to the surface. Then, napping in the middle of the day. When did I become this messy? I scrambled to find my phone amidst the clutter of empty takeout containers, tangled cables and cans on the bedside. When I managed to grab it, I hold it up to my face. The name Hannah greets me in bright letters on the screen. I hesitated, nearly stuck my thumb towards towards the button to hang up. I've been avoiding most of my friends for a while now, but that's not really fair to any of them. Hannah and I have been friends, best friends since we were kids. She doesn't deserve the silent treatment because I'm embarrassed about my life. With a deep breath, I tap the green button and accept the call. Hey, stranger. I feel like I haven't heard from you in forever. I know. I've been kinda in a hole. Sorry. Why did you do that? Don't worry about it. I figured you were buried in a new job or something. You laughed awkwardly. Or something. Oof. Any bites at all? Honestly, not really. I sent out so many applications, I've lost count. I can literally see the not viewed status on half of them. That's the worst. Have you tried calling places? Like, just to remind them you exist? I used to. Everyone just told me to be patient. Oh my god, that's the worst feeling ever. A manager will come, a manager will get to it eventually. Spoiler, they did not. Ugh, that's so frustrating. Right? It's been a real energy drain. Wait, what about Brent? Are you okay? Are you doing okay? Yeah, my parents are covering me while I figure it out. Okay, that's a relief. I was honestly about to ask if you needed anything. You know I'd help out, right? Even if it's just groceries. I know. Thank you, Hannah. Anyways, always. Anyway, putting the job thing aside for a sec, how's living on your own treating you? I glanced around my little apartment and winced as if Hannah were able to see over the phone. She had come over with housewarming gifts when I first moved in. Everything was neat and tidy at the time. What would she think if she could see it now? Piles of laundry everywhere, my bookshelves, my bookshelves cluttered with manga, old textbooks and knickknacks, and my desk, a collection of worn notebooks, scattered papers, sporting my sprawls, writing, and several jars of pencils, pens, and fancy writing quills that I never used, but somehow has become scraggly and sad. I try not to look up through the door, through the doorway to my kitchen where the dishes are piled visibly high in the sink. I force another smile and crack out a joking response. Could be worse, beats the dorm room. I guess. I guess anything would feel spacious after living like that for so long. How didn't you live with like 5 roommates at once? Just for a semester, but it was the longest of my life. I don't know how you got through that. Only by hiding in a corner of the campus library with my manga as often as I could. Fictional characters are so much easier to spend time with than my roommates. I had a lot of studying to do, so I just focused on that. Not that it's doing me much good right now. It feels like it's been so long since I graduated and my life has gone nowhere. Even if blah, blah, blah. Even if it feels that way, I'm sure that's not true. You're just in a transition phase, that's all. My parents have been saying the same thing to me for over a year. This is exactly why I've been avoiding everyone. It's hard to hear the pity in their voices. It makes me feel like even more of a failure. I can't bring myself to respond to her, and after the after the longer pause, the longer the pause stretches, the more awful I feel. Maybe you just need a night out with friends. A couple of us are heading out for dinner. If you would like, if you'd like to join us. That's actually why I called. We all missed you. A night out without having to think about my situation might be nice. Sorry. This this train wreck of an apartment has been my sanctuary away from the outside world. When I sit down at my desk with my laptop and my notebooks, I can lose myself in my writing without having to step foot out of my door. That's been the upside to all of this. At least I can write as much as I want now, with no homework, no group projects, and no roommates asking me why am I still up at 3 a.m. Writing has always been my escape hatch. Awards in school and a couple of competition placements is just enough of validation to make me think I could do it forever. But I ended up choosing the responsible path instead of a real career, a real plan. Look how well that turned out. These days, the only thing I'm building is fictional worlds where I actually have my shit together. But I also haven't seen any of my friends in far too long. The longer I avoid them, the harder it will be to see them again in the future. What am I even afraid of? None of my friends are going to judge me. That might be nice, actually. Honestly, it'd probably do me good to get out and get some fresh air. Where are you guys going? It's this cute little gastro pub that opened up about a month ago. It's family owned and it's just dripping with atmosphere. Here, I'll send you the directions. Table and Ember. Ooh. Got it. Thanks. See you at 5? We say our goodbyes, and at the end of the call, I'm left sitting on my sofa and staring blearily around me. From across the room, I see my reflection in the wall mirror that came with the place. I look perfectly at home in the mess around me. My hair falling out of the loose knot I tied it up in this morning. My eyes look heavy and bored. And the pajamas I've been all day are stained with coffee and ketchup from my last 2 meals. I feel sickened at the thought of I feel sickened at the sight of I'm mixing up my words. I feel sickened at the thought of any of my friends walking through the door and seeing me like this. Yeah, I don't want people in my room either. My room is my safe space. Tee. Oh look, it's his little plush. Aww. I get up from the sofa and head to the bathroom to make myself look presentable. Don't we all? Getting ready takes longer than it should because every step feels like I'm gearing up for a battle. Oh, sweet cheeks. But it's sickened at the thought of any of my friends walking through the door and seeing me like this. I get up from the sofa, head to the bathroom, make myself look presentable. By the time I'm out the door, I must feel like a functioning human being. Don't you? Fucking all. Almost. Oh no. Getting there took a bit longer than I expected, but the rustic charm wins over me fast. Mm. It's the kind of place where you can take your family, but still order margaritas, which I was told are a must-have. The atmosphere blended with nostalgic familiarity. Familiarity. English is hard. Familiarity with a modern edge. The perfect example of this was the wall of exposed brick hanging greenery in the waiting area. The Fox vintage display came with the remote to adjust lighting for the perfect social media post. Once we were all there, it was perfect. It was the perfect icebreaker to gather in close and snap a picture. We're going to have fun tonight, no matter what troubles we brought with us. Despite that, I still dreaded the conversation with any of them. I knew at some point they'd realize that I don't have anything meaningful to talk about like they did. Hannah can be a bit ditzy sometimes, but her uplifting energy is really captivating. Oh. I read about her thanks to Kindred posting it on his Twitter and I think his Patreon, because I am subscribed to his Patreon. I don't know if you remember it. I am unfortunately too broke. Anyways, he said that Hannah is in a relationship, and a lot of people were just like, "Oh, can we date her? Can we date her?" And he was just like, "I'm gonna hold her hand when I say this. He's in a relationship." And I'm just like, "Damn, okay." Don't get me wrong, the woman is hot as fuck. Like, yeah, chef's kiss. Ooh, I wish we could date her, but I think he's just like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. So yeah, I think in her bio she's bi, I believe. I don't know for sure. I have to look back on it and see. But I really like the artwork and stuff like that. It's sad that I can't draw. I literally have to. For me, I'm not an artist. He has artist friends, and I think his partner is an artist as well, who helped work on this. And I'm just like, I wish I could have like someone to help me with the art. Not with the backgrounds. I got that one part. I got that down pat. It's the characters I need help with. I do have the mood boards for them, but I have to stick with your word. Anyways. Okay, listen, I'm serious. Deja vu could literally just be between timelines, intercepting for like a few seconds. I saw a guy explaining it on TikTok. I see what you want to know why people don't. This is from a creative point of view. You want to know why they don't say the actual names of big corporations? It's because they can get taken down. They can literally get taken down. In fan fictions and stuff, it's kind of a gray area. But in stuff like this, we have to make it up like funny variations or a whole new name. So that's why we say, like in this case, tiki-taki. We cannot say the actual word in our own game, like TikTok. We cannot say it. We can get copyrighted for that. So we have to make up a whole new thing, and that's a lot of legal procedures that none of us want to catch, to be quite honest. So Yeah, that's why. Basically, it's just to save harassers from getting called into court on a cease and desist. But sometimes it don't always work. So there's that. But that's why. You do realize how impossible it would be. Okay, hold on. I'm not a player. Don't color me. You do realize how impossible it would be for a new universe to spring into existence based on the choices of every person on the planet? That's way too many. Oh my, I can see the correlation. This is so cute. Oh my goodness. So I think this is Hannah's partner, I believe. I don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. Isn't that why they say there'd be infinite timelines? Just like a crazy forever amount? I mean, he's not wrong. That's why it's such a phenomenal idea. That's why it's such a phenomenal idea, though. It literally blows your mind if you think about it for too long. If you put your sandals on instead of your sneakers, that means another version of you who did choose the sneakers out there somewhere. If there were more, if there were more than one universe, I doubt random people's choices would decide when a whole timeline gets created. It seems more likely that each timeline will be made up entirely with entirely different people. I don't think our choices matter in the grand scheme of things. We're shaped by choices we make. If you've taken the different path in life, who's to say you'll still be the same you? Otherwise, oh, let me say, oopsie doodles. I like these. Return. Otherwise, it's like every person on earth is playing God every day without even knowing it. Just by making choices they haven't even they aren't even thinking about. That's what I mean. The weight of every choice is so far beyond anything we can comprehend, just like the number of timelines or universes that might be out there. This is why you're a social media manager and not an educator, selling the grand concepts based on emotion instead of facts. Oh my god, I like this. I like this art. I wish I had money to buy to commission an artist to do like sprites like this, but unfortunately I'm a broke ass bitch. Oh my goodness, but oh my god, this looks so cute. You teach high school band, Jordan. Get off your high horse. Oop. Damn, okay. There's a lot of facts that go into managing social media for a major corporation. I'll tell you that much. Ooh, NDA. Ooh, NDA. Ooh, NDA. Hold on 1 minute. Sorry about that. I had to take a quick break. It's much more involved than you think. Ooh, ooh. So it's a high school band. hey, you haven't chimed in on the whole discussion. Ooh. Do you have any theories on deja vu? Deja vu! I've been in this place before. Yeah, do you think there's another universe of you out there who believes Hannah's theories? Oh, shut up. It's not my theory. I'm just repeating what I heard. But yeah, what do you think? Maybe there's another version of me out there who found a good job right out of college. There, I did it. I mentioned it before anyone else could. While they were talking, I was already on my second margarita, which... Who the hell's gathered the courage? Oh, that liquid courage. Oh, Buki. Oh, dear. The liquid courage strikes again. Oh, no. Be careful, it might come at you. Wait, you have a job, don't you? I thought you were all lined up with some company before you graduated. Wait, hold on. There we go. I went too fast. I thought so too. They told me I had a promising future and that I should have came in for an interview once and once I was done with school. I've heard that line before. Jordan, you're such a pessimist. I just keep things real. That's not the same thing. You're a stick in the mud. Either way, are you this strap about your prioritized high school students? Ooh. Most of them have bad attitudes and misery complexes. I'm a teacher who gets them and listens to what they have to say. I can see what you do. I can see you're doing well in that job. I wish I could find a career as fulfilling as that. When I went to the interview for my dream job, oh god, the alcohol gave me liquor courage earlier is really not helping me, keeping me dragging the mood down. This is why I should not be drinking alcohol. It came down to me and another applicant. A few weeks later, they emailed me and said they went with the other guy. Something tells me they paid that guy. The guy paid them like, hey, take me instead of you. But I want to know more about that. Is that wrong? Anyways. That sounds awful. It sounds like they led you on and then backstabbed you as soon as they could. Sounds like my ex-boyfriend. Oh shit. I told you not to eat I'm so sorry. I told you not to date e-boys. But he had the cutest piercing at the I wonder what was the piercing. I wonder. But he had the cutest piercing at the sluttiest waist. Sluttiest little waist. I swear. Jordan! Oh, look at her, look at her, look at her. Ooh. God. She's so... Oh, damn, she's so fine. Oh, she's so fine. Kindred, why didn't you make her a love interest? I know there's more when the game comes out, for sure. But, god fucking damn it. She's so... Oh, I hate being by sometimes. I hate being by. I'm really sorry that happened, but wait, what you say? Can you take better grip already? Our friend is in a crisis here. Ooh, girl. I'm really sorry that happened, but that's what you kind of got it. La, 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 la. I'm sorry that really happened. I'm sorry that happened, but that's kind of what happens. That's kind of what you need to expect from big companies. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And the job market, whew, don't even let me talk about it. Because damn. I wasn't interested. I wasn't interested in that kind of job myself, but I hear that the competition can be ruthless. Did you have a second and third option lined up just in case? So wait, why are you doing that? I did, but both of them fell through. So lower your standards. I've tried. I've applied to tons of jobs lower on the food chain. I don't have a problem with working somewhere I'm overqualified for, but I can't even land an interview at a convenience store. It's been like this all year. I think my stand-up has hit rock bottom. Just like Jordan. Oh, dear. Damn. Hey, now. You take that back. Peter is the greatest person I've ever dated. He's the love of my life. I meant the E-boy before Peter. Well, okay. Okay. Well, well, okay then. Yeah, if anyone lowered their dating standards and found true happiness, it's you. Isn't that right, Hannah, my lovely queen? Oh, Mark, don't sell yourself so short. You always met the most of my standards anyways. All you had to do was get a decent haircut to win me over in the end. Damn, okay. I feel a sudden drop in my chest, like the air has been sucked out of my lungs. My eyes started into disbelief to Hannah and Mark as they clapped their hands on the tabletop. They looked at each other sweetly, as they do. The situation I find myself finally dawns on me, crushing any remaining optimism. Wait, Jordan has a new boyfriend, and Hannah and Mark, you two are... I wore her down just like I said I would in school. That's such a terrible thing to say. You proved yourself, and I wanted you. End of story. Along with the sadness, my dignity leaves me as well. I picked up the margarita that slept on the table, and in one swag, I drowned it all. I almost choked, coughing over the powerful sting of alcohol in my throat. I see my friend staring at me with a whole astonishment through my watery eyes. Sorry. Hannah quickly flaps a napkin in front of my face, which I take and press to my eyes. I know I'm gonna regret this in the morning, but the thought doesn't cross my mind at the time. After which, Jordan immediately shoves a slice of fir bread into my hand, telling me it will help. I tear into it angrily, swallowing a hard chunk that I didn't chew well enough to fall into another coughing fit. Are you serious? Are you telling me that you two are now dating? Jordan managed to find someone willing to swallow his poor sour mood all the time. Come on, that's mean. What's the big deal? So what if you did? Wait, that never stopped my boyfriend from coming back for seconds, you know. What's the big deal if you did? Oh, damn, okay. Damn, I just got that in your window. My friend's reaction makes me feel a bit more miserable than about myself, I get. I can't find a job. I live off my parents' money all year. I've been rejected to every damn place I've applied for. And the cherry on top is that I'm the only single one in our friend group. Not before Mark. Oh, nice. I thought you were going after Jordan again. It's nice to be. Same here. You know what the worst part is? In every story I've written, at least the main character has someone. Honey, listen. I know you're going through a rough patch right now, but haven't you dodged like a lot of the guys in the past few years? She's right. Maybe if you settled like her and Mark, you would be starving with someone right now. I understand them being nice, but at the same time, she's coming for you for comfort. Why the fuck are you throwing that back in her face? Like, why? Is that even smart to do? Right now, she's pouring off her heart and soul into this, and all you can just say is throw it back at her face. Bring up the past. Don't ever bring up the past. What's past is the past. But again, real friends sometimes do that. Yeah. Wait, excuse me. That's that's not what I meant, babe. It's not my fault that I had such bad luck with men. I don't think that's it, honey. What? You know you dumped a few of them for pretty dumb and petty reasons. And okay, if you guys don't find Betty, then I would understand. But no. Keep your standards high when it comes to men. Females, die bitey fighties, the gay men's too. Don't settle for any less. If you see any the tiniest bit of red flags, run. Just don't be stupid. I did not. Didn't you say that one guy you dated chewed too loudly? Okay, that's petty. But I could also understand too, some men do chew loudly, and I'm just like, I can't date a person like that if they chew loudly. That would get so annoying. And some people forget that's actually a disease, though. Like some people who can't stand hearing a person chew loudly, that's actually, I think it's a kind of a disability. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but I remember a friend talking about it. It was like sitting next to a chainsaw. And that other guy annoyed you because he used his finger guns every time he said something else. That would have been fucking annoying. I would have pissed off. Never stand for less. There's also the one who liked his food super bland. No, Flavor Town all the way. I don't give a fuck. Listen, the more points they the more they point out the reasons my past relationships didn't work out, the harder the truth becomes to deny. Oh, don't forget the one who raped. No, that's fucking wrong. And that one dude who tried to convince you that birds weren't real. Actually, yeah, dodged a bullet with that one. Coming This is coming from the girl who believed in multiverses. I didn't say I believed in them. I just thought it was a cool theory. Where's Not Real sounds pretty cool theory too. You guys don't get it. Oh, she's angry now, I think. I just want someone who's a hopeless romantic. Someone who loves can be felt all through all their actions. From the biggest gestures and long languages to the smaller things in the day-to-day life. Why is romance dead? Can a man just eat deliberately, cook, says something zesty, and God forbid at least smoke less, like King, instead of vaping? There is a short, awkward pause after I fell into a pout and sipped the last of remaining drops of my margarita again. I'm probably unreasonable right now, but with all this frustration, I just need to let off some steam. This is one of the perks of being a friend group for over a decade. I know they won't take this to heart, but they give me the truth as is, as bitter as it might taste. Listen, Nova, we all know how hard it is being single. Sometimes it's a no big deal, other times it hurts as hell being alone. But maybe if you keep an open mind, you'll be able to find someone who will care for you as much as you do for them. I know he's trying to comfort me. I'm just not in the mood. The cork on my self-esteem popped off and there was no putting taste back in the tube. Huh? That's a heart in your note. I found that Jordan deliberately tried to make another sip of mine. Now empty drink, and Hannah chimes in. Have you thought of calling up any of your exes that you might, I don't know, be able to tolerate? Since you were that desperate anyway. No, bitch. No. 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 Oh, Jesus. She's lacking romance, Hannah, remember? It's so underrated in the long term, Nova. No, it's not! Hannah, you are dead. Oh my god, can I bonk her? If someone wants romance, let them have fucking romance. Fuck. It's nice sometimes, but too much of it makes it less special. That's why Mark and I have been doing so well. That's you, not me. There's a difference. Wow, thanks, babe. Anytime, she's a ditz. Oh, she's a dumb ditz. Oh, God. Jesus. How are you two still together? How? That's my thing. How? See how adorable you look together? It's not fair. Where did I go wrong? We've been trying to tell you, but you're not really listening at this point. Somewhere in my mind, I hear and believe Jordan, but right now, it's much easier to drown out the truth and self-pity. I'm starting to feel the sharp edges of frustration soothe away. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Oh God. I clutch the corners of the table for balance as my words come out more slurred than I expected. I'm going home now. Ah, jeez. I know you downed those margaritas way too fast. You can't even get home by yourself? Oh my god, no! No. I'm gonna take a break. Hold on. Not now. Not now. No. Now, here I was, drunk, annoyed, and at the mercy of my friends. Ciao. 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 I surrendered and shook my head pitifully. It was probably not a good idea. Don't worry about it. I'll give you a lift. Mark and I came here together, so we can just stop by. We can just stop by your place, and then you can take me home. I'm sorry that things are rough right now, Nova, but it was still nice seeing you after so long. If things get any worse, you can count on us being there for you. Thanks, Jordan. Good seeing you too. Tell Peter I said hi. I will. Goodbye. Bye. Oh god, my emotions are high right now. Because I want a friendship like that, because goddamn. Ugh. Let me just put this fucking phone down. As I ride in the passenger seat of their car, face pressed against the cool glass of the window, I reflect on where I went wrong. Isn't it better to cut your losses early than suffer through a relationship that won't make you happy in the long run? I still lower my standards or just accept being single anyways. I'm not hideous enough to scare men away. I'm not hot enough to intimidate them either. Being average looking was never the issue. I've always been the type to set a goal and go after it. Well, until recently. My imagination was my greatest pride, and if anyone took a look in what I read, well, I think I already said that wrong. And if anyone took the time to read my writings these days, they'd see that. I shift in my seat as the foggiest wisp of an idea tries to form in my head. I haven't let anyone see my writing in so long. It's mostly consists of spicy romance tales or complex fantasy world building. I've been writing for just myself. I can't decide if that's a personal victory or another failure. I take that as a personal win. A win is a win. A win is a win. Ugh. I make Hannah drop me off in the front of my building. She wanted to walk me to my door, but even as drunk as I am, I wasn't going to let her see the state of my place was in. Oh, this poor baby! For us! Hold on a minute. I stumble through the door, clumsily locking it behind me and kicking off my shoes. Now that I'm back in my own space, I just want to get out of these clothes and into something soft and comforting. I like how he made these backgrounds in Blender. Like, you could tell. It's so cool. Ah, so cool. I leave a trail of shredded clothes to the bathroom, where I washed up in the sink. I have to do something real quick. Oopsie. So sorry about that. I was busy. As I dry my face, I pause and stare into my own reflection. Wait, hold on. Okay. As I dry my face, I pause, look into my own eyes in the mirror for a long time. It's uncomfortable. I don't even know why I'm doing it, searching for something. Maybe? I break from my own tired gaze, drop the towel on the counter, and leave the bathroom. I folded everything I put into them. La la la. Okay. I rummaged through a basket of clean laundry in my bedroom. I folded everything when I put them in here, but after picking through it for close a week, everything was a disheveled mess. I extracted a set of cotton pajamas and slipped into them. They might be a little wrinkled, but they're still soft and smelled fresh. Wait, hold on. In here. Okay. Even with a scroll engraved on my face, pajamas like this made anyone look cute. Ah, this is so cute. This is so cute. Ooh. I groaned loudly, flung myself onto my bed, squeezed my pillow into my chest, crawling around it. Even cuddling in real life hadn't been as romantic as it was in books. Curling up with a book or dating sim on my phone was way more comfortable. Was there anything that was good in real life, as in my digital and paper fantasies? And all the guys I dated and dumped through my college days started parading in my memory. Sure, they all complimented my looks one way or another, but had any of them been romantic about it? A romantic man would see me in these pajamas and gush about how soft and huggable they made me. A romantic man wouldn't just look me up and down and say, "You look good, babe." Instead, he would yearn for me. Yeah, never settle for anything less. Yeah. Ooh. Did I ever get more than that from any of them? No, you the fuck you did not. Whew. No, you didn't, bitch. Something as intimate and special as being in a relationship needs to be adored and romanticized to make it worth a while. Or otherwise, it's not special at all. Ooh, girl. Otherwise, it's not special at all. Sorry, I got distracted. I was answering something. That's why, in the end, none of them were the one. Never settled for anything less. Thank you. I sit up in my bed in a chair, and I sit up in my bed and glance at the rows of mangas on the little bookshelf by my bed. The best minute of my life came between those pages. And when the books weren't enough, there were games! Even more! Guys to choose from. The men from Love and Freak Space and You, Babe, were amazing in so many ways to give me all that I could ask for, giving me all I could ever ask for in a regular man. You see how Kindred changed the names from Love and Deep Space to Love and Freak Space? Yeah, that's because he does not have the money and the funds to handle a lawsuit. I am telling you that right now. Because China and Japan don't, bitch. Trust me. You will catch a case. Like I said, he don't want to catch that case. I know that. I know that for sure. Kendrick, if you see this, please. Am I right or am I wrong? Anyways. My nose. Oh, I'm so sorry you had to hear that. Okay. They were bursting with passion and romance in so many ways and in so many stories they didn't even know it. That they only made them all more charming. My eyes travel along the spines of books, loving. Yeah. I forgot I had that. My eyes travel along the spines. Sorry, I got a notification that. My eyes travel along the spines of books, loving, rereading the familiar titles and being filled with sparks of affection for each and every one. That's when I declare, heated and still a bit drunk, to my empty room, I'm done with real men forever. 2D men are all I need. I'm not gonna say anything. Nope. Not at all. It's like a cleansing bit of my soul. I let out the words. I feel instantly better as the resolve takes a hold of me. I sprung up from my bed and head from my desk across the room. I plucked a fresh notebook from the dwindling pile and snatched my favorite pen from the jar. Running around to my face with my whole bedroom, and once again I declare out loud, if I can't find a romantic man in real life, I will just have to write my own. Girl, don't you do that almost all the time? Hold on. I'd written plenty of steamy romance in the past, but never the one specifically meant for me. A man tailored to my whims, not the love interest that I always fling and then. Oh, so cute. Ooh. No, this man I want. Woo! Yes, girls. Write it into existence. Speak it into existence, girl. No, this man that I was about to write into existence, he would be mine, alone. And he would give me everything that I needed. But it seems very long, like a long list, so I should probably narrow it down. The first step in writing anything is inspiration. What kind of man do I think he would be best for me? Kindred! I think he's still working on these. Still, from what I'm gathered. In his, I don't know if he will ever stream his process. I hope he does one day, but that's besides the point. That's really besides the point. But anyways, I really want to see the Omega versus Alpha, like. Hee. Glossing over a men's catalog from my junk mail pile catches my eye. Perfect. They will always pick the best models for men's clothing. Even older guys are total dips. Woo! Yeah. I grab the catalog and bring it to my desk. Flipping through pages, I can scan through different models and their poses and outfits. They all look good in their own ways, but none of them inspire me the way I need. Further into the catalog I go, the more desperate I get to find the right man. Then, towards the back of the entire catalog, just before all the underwear and socks, I see him. A buff guy with slick back hair. Has one artful strand swoop across his strong brow. There were 2 photos of him. In one, he wears tight black compression shirt, a jacket that's slung across almost out of sight over his muscular shoulder. I could almost smell the black leather through the page, feel the smooth, rich glide of the sexiest material a man could ever wear. I lift my eyes to meet him in the photo. Oops, I think I said. His eyes inching hesitantly into mine above the edge of his aviators. The slight touch here on his full lips give off the perfect get lost attitude. I can see it clearly from the room. Oh, let me save. 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 Oh. Up. I can see it clearly just from the one image. I know exactly what I want. I bite my lip as a flood of desire washes over my body. Something else more, but I will not say because this is a good app. Haha! Don't demonetize me. And let's be honest, it didn't take much these days after being single for so long. That's what I said. I steady my shaking fingers, flip open a brand new notebook, and ready my pen to write. I stare at the model in a catalog, pictures a slightly different version of the real-life man behind him. I was done with actual men after all. I closed my eyes to form him in my mind. My ring is sorry. He looks just as tall and buff as the model, only with darker hair and bluer eyes. The model has freckles, but I want them gone. They're too cute for a guy I'm picturing. No, this guy's skin is lightly tan from riding his motorcycle. His hands rough, a working man's hands. I can imagine I want those. Ooh! Okay, Kindred. Damn. Okay, fuck. Jesus. Damn, okay. Woo. Okay, I'm gonna put it on auto because I don't want to click anything anymore. Because I want to read. His jeans are just thin over his knees. His t-shirt was equally stained, but leather jacket was pristine. I think of how nice and warm it would be to be slid into my arms that jacket. English is hard. Pick up auto. Maybe after I ride on his motorcycle, leaves me chilly, needing his jacket. I imagine all sorts of things about him, so I wrote down. Some I wrote down, others I don't have time to describe before my vision begins to swim. The world seemed to tilt. Oh my god, sleepy. Hold on 1 minute. And I'm back. Hi. Coming back to myself isn't great. My temples are throbbing like someone's flicking me between my eyes. My stomach feels. Ooh, that's a hangover. Ugh. My stomach feels like it's twisting itself, and all my limbs are numb or buff, somehow sore at the same time. I lift my head, my cheek peels away from the paper of my notebook, sticking to my face. I must have fallen up face first on my own writing. I can almost taste the ink being smeared across my face. Ew. I can almost. Okay. Gross. I slowly regained my focus. I squint down at the page I was writing. My writing was nothing more than a messy blend of lines. I even spotted a poor attempt at artwork. I think I must have been sketching a pair of alluring eyes, but the harsh light of morning. Looks like an alien crossbred with a K-pop star that's been slightly microwaved. Oh, Jesus Christ. I groan at the words aloud. Oh my god. I vaguely remember what I wrote, but right now there's more intimate priorities. My body feels heavy as I pull myself away from the desk and stagger to the bathroom to wash up. After a long hot shower, I make coffee strong enough to wake the dead and slap into the kitchen chair. It feels like every drop takes an eternity as my temples keep pounding. I reach for a water cooler and the painkillers in the center of the table. I force myself to choke down a biscuit left in a half-empty package just to give the mid something to work with. The first cup is always black. Cream and sugar comes later, once I feel like a person again. As I sit there alone in my kitchen, my headache slowly subsiding and the nausea easing just enough for me to relax, I face another discomfort. While my body slowly recovers from the night before, my mind is examining it too. It's just as harsh, as the effects of it too much alcohol for someone who hasn't been drunk in a while. My friends' words play over a few times and my reaction shifts slightly from each repetition. First time I'm hurt that they were so blunt with me. The second time I try to pretend it doesn't matter, that they were wrong. By the third time, I'm annoyed at myself for starting to agree with them. Maybe I should stop being so picky and expecting a Prince Charming to ride on a white horse and sweep me off my feet. At the time, those little things seemed to make it or break it factors. But now, maybe I was a bit mean with my ex who chewed loudly. A new resolve claws through my hangover. I'll prove everyone wrong, even myself. I can find someone without nitpicking every little turn. I finish my coffee and steady myself and then pull out my phone, doing what any sensible adult does when life feels a little too empty. I downloaded a dating app. Not fucking me. Too much horror story goes on with that shit. Fuck no. I spent the rest of my morning and a good portion of my afternoon sobering up and trying to make my profile look like it belongs to a functional human being. I picked the best photos I can of myself, the ones where I look mildly put together. I tried to write something that sounds interesting. After 3 drafts of me, sorry, a hostage writing a ransom note about myself, I make up on sincerity and go with chronically single, sleep-deprived writer looking for someone who is not a murderer. Funny is easier than honesty. Always been. I may enjoy writing as a hobby, but trying to sell my own personality feels like assembling furniture without the manual. And as soon as I am satisfied with the photos and the details, my job is done. I place my phone face down on the table, stretch and low to the ground. I don't know if I feel good about it or not. As I look around at the kitchen, I start to realize the problem. There were dishes piling up at the sink, on the sink, and on the counter, empty food containers screwed about, and the trash bin overflowing. From there, my eyes moved to the main living room. Oh. Even with my body putting up a fight, I forced myself step by step, making sense of the chaos. I've let myself go, but cleaning my apartment through a hangover feels slowly taking over again. I'm going to try and get my life in order. This is a good start. I'll make it as far as loading the dishwasher and tossing my trash as before my phone starts chiming. Ooh. Whether or not I decided a good enough job with my profile, the guys don't seem to care. I'm surprised to start getting matches within hours. With nothing better to do than to recover from last night's embarrassment, I spent the rest of my day casually messaging several prospective dates while I continue to make sense of the mess in my apartment. At least messaging whenever I wasn't instantly blocking guys who opened a combo with their dick pics or requesting nudes. Now you see that shit? Fuck no. Although I'm a bit apprehensive at first, the ones who chat back seem to have good intentions and are actually pretty nice to talk to. After a while, I feel like I feel a little tug of hope in my chest that begins this might actually be a good idea. To my surprise, there was one man who I instantly clicked over the love of a manga series. Ah! A bit of a drive away, but still closer than I expected. He isn't too bad looking. I told myself I decided to see where this one goes. Oh my god, that's so cute! Even with this, I even started smiling. Oh, okay. A call came in while I was in the middle of folding and reading a message. Blah, blah, blah. A call came in while I was in the middle of reading a message. Pile of clothes in my arms. It was Hannah again. Hey, Hannah. Hey, Nova. Just thought I'd call and check up on you after last night. You doing okay? I am now, yeah. Got sobered up and with a lot of coffee and something to eat. Phew! That's a relief. I was worried that we'd upset you too much. I'm sorry we made you feel miserable. I wanted to jokingly agree, but I knew that wouldn't be fair. I went back to getting clothes towards the towels, and the towels around the apartment that needed to go into the wash while we continued to talk on speaker. No, you were all pretty spot on about everything. Don't worry, I'm doing better, I promise. Are you sure? You're just trying to get blah, blah, blah. Are you sure you're just not trying to get me off the phone so you can cry into your pillow, right? Got all that out of the way last night, actually. It's a new day or night by now, so I decided it couldn't hurt to try out a dating app. It just needs to see what happens. So that's what I've been doing. Ooh, I think that's a great idea. Thanks for not making fun of me over it. I would never. You haven't cast your net out in a while, and I think it's long overdue. Thanks. I already have a couple of matches. It's actually been nice to talk to a guy. That's cool. Not everyone connects so fast. I don't know if we connected so much. We've been finding things in common. He even lives pretty close by. Oh, he just actually messaged me if I wanted to meet up. Wow, this guy works fast. Are you going to take him up on it? I don't know, we just started talking. Have you enjoyed it? Well, yeah, I believe so. Then you should try talking to him face to face. Find out if you can carry conversation in real life and not just through messages. If you're still talking to him, if you still like talking to him, then at least it's worth a try. I guess that makes sense. Can't find out if I just go for it. That's the spirit. Just make sure he doesn't take you up anywhere shady. I'll do my best. I'll tell him yes right now. I don't want to get too excited for you too quickly, but I really hope this is a good thing for you. If nothing else, maybe he'll end up being a good friend. Oh, he needs to hide it a bit. Ooh. minute. I have to take a break. Sorry. I'm hungry, little bean. Okay, let's finish this bitch. Just the idea of having to friend zone another boyfriend is enough to cause some anxiety. But I try to stay optimistic. At least if we don't work out, I know there's no one else in my friend group for him to date since I know you're all together. Sorry, that was an awkward way to find out. I guess you haven't been on socials much. We've all been posting together for like as a couple for a while now, so we just thought you knew. I mentally rolled my eyes. I literally brought this on to myself, didn't I? Yes, you did. Socials have just made everything else harder, so I haven't paid much attention. Sorry for acting like that. Don't worry about it. Now you know, and hey, you might be on your way to join us all in couples bliss. I'm actually curious to see Jordan's display of any kind of emotion, regardless. I'd like to meet his boyfriend sometime. He's like a different person, I swear. Not in a huge way, but seriously. Oh. Yeah, sorry, I was looking at something. Balls. Sorry, I have to turn on my fan. This is all his balls. Oof. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I'm so sorry. But not in a huge way. But seriously, it's like his aura just completely lights up and glows whenever he's around Peter. And what about Mark? Is he a completely different person around you now? Oh no. He's still an airhead, but now he calls me babe. I softly smiled, but a creeping loneliness seeps into my chest. I swallow it down, and I don't let it get in the way of being happy for my friends. It's just so as long as you're both treating each other right. Aww. Of course we are. It's easier for us to be together. And since we've known each other since middle school, I thought it would be an obstacle, but no, turns out when you know someone that long, you really know them. True, you always knew about the fanfictions I wrote, although school instead of paying attention in class. And you know all the fanfiction I commissioned from you too. I still have those notebooks tucked on a shelf somewhere. I thought that was so naughty, but really it wasn't as graphic as what I write these days. Speaking of, how's your writing going anyway? Ever think of making it your career? Or a side gig? Side gig or something? You were always so talented. I thought about it, but no, I just wrote it for myself. If you say so, I think a lot of people would pay for some spicy romance when it comes to tastefully written brows. Yes. Yes. Oh, I need that water. This is perhaps something to fall back on. Usually it's the other way around, with a creative passion and a corporate position. Life is just weird right now. Hey, I understand. Hey, you just go on that date, meet this guy, and see where it goes. Don't forget to tell me all about it afterwards. If you don't hear from me, just assume I was murdered. Or that it went poorly. Don't even joke about that. How about you text me the address when you know you're going? Just to be sure. I know once you know. I have to go. Mark couldn't get my attention, so he bet himself that he could jump from the sofa in the living room to the kitchen counter. I just gotta go. I gotta go and make sure he's okay, because if he broke something, I'm the one who has to explain to the paramedics why my boyfriend thought he could. Jesus. Lord. Oh, Lord. In the background, I hear Mark say, "It's all good, babe." You better take care of that. I'll talk to you later. And thanks for checking up on me. Of course. Bye-bye. I hung up the phone and instantly pull up the messages I've missed. A few more about his work schedule and when he best be the time to meet. To my surprise, he asked me if tomorrow is good. It might be too soon to go out or for a drink. I tap my finger on the phone for a moment or two and wonder if this was good to be true, or too soon to be good. To his credit, he hasn't pestered me since asking the question. All he's been is waiting for me to answer. I messaged him back a yes, and he takes a few moments before sending me a smiley face and a heart. I feel an all too familiar twang of nervousness and excitement at the text commitment, that glimmer of expectation and hope, the hope of what could be. I am not good at reading. I should preface this now. I am not good at reading. I'm just doing something. There we go. I gave myself a little pep talk as I continued to chat with my mystery guy into the night, and maybe organizing some clothes and cleaning out the fridge. He managed to keep my interest though, and eventually agreed to meet him at a bar he suggested tomorrow around dinner time. Girl, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? Why did you do that? Nonetheless, the conversation is too flowery or too clunky. It seemed to flow well. We learned a bit We learned a bit about each other. We talked more about music and shows that we enjoyed. A few had a few little disagreements about minor things. It felt normal, harmless even. I tried to say that it was fine, that was fine, but I also was hoping he started flirting with me when we met in person. When the conversation naturally wound down, we said our goodnights and I set my phone aside and headed to my desk. Writing pen and paper took too long for tonight, so I opened my laptop and drove right into an unfinished romance story that I'd started a few weeks back. I had run out of steam on it, but now steam was all I had. I poured all of it onto a blank page, and all good stuff flowed in my brain with sweet, sweet dopamine. Girl, I just can't wait. Ooh. Ooh, child. I fell asleep that night, in a more pleasant mood than I'd been in for a long while. And wake up feeling even better. Hold on. I'm back. Hello. I passed the day finishing the cleaning that I'd started yesterday. Scrubbing, dusting, vacuuming, excavating the beautiful apartment I let drown beneath my neglect. For the first time in weeks, I felt like I could rest easy in a newly cleaned space. Do I have the chance to bring a guy back here? At least now I won't be ashamed of it. Ugh. Oh my god, girlie. Don't to the police. I'm still cleaning your apartment. Having finished all the hard work, the details, I finally checked my messages after turning off my notifications. I've had other guys message me after I went to sleep. My mystery guy sends me a good morning text and the address for our date spot. It wasn't too far away, but I was slightly outside of my usual driving radius. Not that I have been going anywhere lately. The rest of the day goes by in a calm span of hours spent writing, reading manga, and catching up on shows I've lost track of. As afternoon starts shifting into the evening, the anticipation begins to creep in. I go through my closet, hunting down an outfit to wear to my date. It looks like I'll be going to a bar, so it's not a dress code matters much. I could have easily just thrown on a Jordan jeans, but I've been so for so long, it tries out the longest since I've looked to knock it out of the park. Nothing gonna go wrong going overboard once in a while. Go with a fancy blazer. A lot of people are just like, I'm going to put on a dress. I'm like, no, I know myself. Let's put on a fancy blazer and a stylish black button. I choose a black blazer and a matching black button shirt. This has been in my old reliable throughout the wedding parties. Ooh, it doesn't even change. Ooh, okay. What? Ooh. Plus, it's a nice watch you had. Plus a nice watch, and you had me looking more presentable than I had been in weeks. While I go to the bathroom to wash my face, I start working on my hair, and it feels like months since I've last used any of these products. Even yesterday, I didn't even put half as much effort. That was just dinner with friends. Right now, I want to look stunning. If this guy has any taste, he'll appreciate how much work I put in for him. Ooh, girl. He'll even throw a compliment or two my way. Yes, I'm confident! Yeah! So far, he hadn't brought up my looks at all. I mean, props for him not being too shallow, but tonight I'm going to get dressed with every intention of being trouble. Ooh! The kind of trouble a man doesn't recover from so easily. Yes! Yes! Clock it! Hair styling finally complete. I check the time and slip into my shoes. While after a while, I gave myself one next look over the mirror by the door. I haven't looked or felt sexy in a long while. It feels good to have a reason to look my best. After checking my phone, keys, and everything I need, I'm finally ready to head out to my first date in over a year. Ooh, a year? Damn, okay. Aftertaste. That's okay. He calls it a bar, but it's more of a club or a pub. The number of motorcycles parked outside is a bit unsettling, as if the location is on the back end of the city. Nothing. Oh my god, girl. If this man doesn't put enough effort in a first fucking date and you carry her to a club, fuck no, leave that man right there. Leave that man. No. 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 It's not exactly the cozy first date spot I've been picturing. No. Girl, I smell trouble. I smell trouble. Normally, I'm more partial to cafes, even like quiet, even quiet little wine bars. Literally anywhere that doesn't feel like a fight could break out any second, or where someone might be doing hard drugs in the restaurant. Damn. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. The hazy fog through the windows, I can still see traffic. Ooh. The dim neon lights inside barely illuminates the vague space shapes of the bar patrons, but I can still make out a sea of people. Loud laughter and cheers break out occasionally, sometimes in overlapping of waves that hit my ears all at once. I tell myself not to judge. All kinds of people like places with character. That doesn't mean anything is going to happen to me. All the same, I snap a quick picture of the entrance and send it to Hannah. If I go missing, this is my last known location. I pop my phone back into my clutch quickly and take a cleansing breath. The air has a faint smell of cigarettes. I feel ridiculous standing in front of this place just like I'm going somewhere, but the waiters grind and pepper at the table. I regret not staying in my cab while I wait until I confirm my mystery guy where he is, or my mystery guy was here too. I'm torn between waiting for another cab or heading inside into the bright interior. I check my phone. No new messages, just the last one sent. Meet you at 8? You'll love this place. Promise. Last seen 2 hours ago. I'm trying to. I really am. But that message was from 2 hours ago. Even though he's a complete stranger, I still feel safer not being here alone. But I'm not about to turn right around and head home after putting in so much effort. I swallow hard. I pull my shoulders back and reminded myself why I'm here. I've got something to prove. I can be flexible and I can try new things. I'm already in the thick of it anyways. Ooh. 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 Yeah. Hey. 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 I hope I don't get copywritten. Hey. The sound only intensifies once I'm inside. I feel people dance to the music, others sit at scattered tables off to the side. There's no pool. Ooh. After the initial shock hits me, I start to feel the vibe this place gives off. Plates of hot wings and barbecue ciders, but by the side of their way to the booth, and combined with the music, it makes for a surprisingly lively atmosphere. The bartender glances up at me with the practiced indifference of someone who's seen every favorite human being walk through the doors. I feel horribly self conscious, so I turn my eyes to scan for a place to sit. I spot a booth near the wall, safer, less visible, maybe the best choice to ease myself into the space. Before I claim it, I check my phone. It's only 8:05 and I'm probably too early. Ignoring a few stares, I bravely approached the bar and and ordered a soda, not wanting to drink myself so early in the night. Then I slide into the booth and sit quiet. The seat squeaks under me. My blazer and my fancy shirt feels completely out of place for where I am. I message my date to assure him that I'm here and I'm waiting. No response. Ooh, I nudged. Why did I just so no? I fidget with my glass, take tiny sips to look like I'm contributing a member of this establishment. As time passes, I trace patterns on the on and the condensation on the outside of my glass. A few more people leave and enter the bar, none of them whom approach me or look anything like the guy in the profile picture. Eventually, I order another soda and keep waiting. 8:25 p.m. Maybe he got caught at work, but you think he'll let me know. 9 p.m. I check my phone again, even though it hasn't buzzed once. Nothing, no sorry, running late, not even a lame excuse like my horoscope warned me it's a stay inside or die kind of night. I take anything just to know I haven't been forgotten. I keep telling myself to stay positive even now. Maybe he lost his phone, but then again, he could still meet me without it. 9:15 p.m. Bartender surprises me. The bartender surprises me by waving me over to the bar, only he wants to refill my soda without me asking. The pity refills are never a good sign. It only makes me feel worse instead of comforted. I still take it and sip on it anyway, my hope slipping away every passing moment. Faces come and go around me, groups, couples, regulars, trading back slaps and inside jokes. I never thought I'd want to be a part of the heartbeat in a place like this, but sitting here alone, surrounded by laughter and noise, that only reminds me how alone I am of how alone and out of place I am. That's it. I need a drink. I'm finally done with the sodas. I march up to the bartender to the bar. The bartender prepares my request without comment. I keep watching the door as he slides me the Sex on the Beach cocktail. Damn, okay. Damn. The vinyl booth sighs beneath me as I uncross my legs. What am I doing? What am I still doing here? I've been stood up. I can't fool with myself any longer. Real men aren't worth the time. The reality settles over me like a bucket of ice of cold water, the dull ache booming in my chest. I stare at the untouched ice melting at the bottom of my glass, thinking about all the effort I've wasted. I've come to terms with the fact that I have personal growing to do. Maybe being single is more my problem than the men I've dumped. But this is the first time I've genuinely tried in so long, and this is how it ends. I refuse to publicly wallow in my misery any longer. I'm already prepared to drown myself in romance manga that I have found to ease the sting. Taking out my phone, I start pulling up an app to schedule a ride home, annoyed with myself for not doing this earlier. I look up, thinking it's the bartender coming over to kick me out or give me another pretty drink. But the words in my throat die the second I see who is actually standing there. Standing over me is whoa. This guy is huge, both in tall and broad kinds of sense. His shirt. Whoa, okay, now. Back up. Back up. Back up. You need to back up. You need to back up. Sir, his shirt is doing him zero favors, or maybe that's the point, judging by the confident look on his face. It's tight enough to leave nothing to the imagination because I am sitting down and it's right in my eye level. Once I realized my eyes went straight to his chest, I haven't looked him in. Once I realized my eyes went straight for his chest, and I haven't even looked at his face yet, I snap out of it. Then, whoo, okay, whoo, damn, oh, I'm not better than a man. When I finally look up, he's already smirking. So that answers whether he noticed. I try very hard to maintain eye contact and not let my gaze drop to where his shirt is clinging for dear life across his chest. That's when I notice the slit through his eyebrows and the single earring in his right ear. His ink black hair is straight, silky, long enough to be tousled away from his face. And he opens those full smirking lips to talk to me.
Well,
Oh fuck!
aren't you dressed to impress?
God damn it, Kindred. Kindred, when I find you, it's on sight. Of course, I keep forgetting this mofo was a fucking actor. Well, voice actor. Fuck. Okay, that's kind of corny, but after the night I had, corny feels like poetry. His voice is as low as the night. Rough grain to I just stare at him frozen. I can't remember the last time someone looked at me so boldly with that kind of slightly mischievous heat behind their expressions. Can I help you? It comes out sharper than I intended, but tonight I'm out of warm welcome. His smoldering grin widens, completely brushing past the acid in my voice. Without an invitation, he slides into the booth across from me. The leather creaks as he props his elbow on the table leaning to the side, with his chin resting in his hand.
Let me guess. Either someone made a terrible mistake tonight, or you didn't plan on coming here alone.
Kindred, I need you just... I'm folded. I'm fucking folded. Fuck. You can't see my face because I'm a PNG, but Kindred, when I fucking find you, it's on fucking sides. Anyways, yeah, my date ended up ghosting me. I'm instantly embarrassed by the thin wobble in my voice, but he doesn't seem to mind. He nods once with a seriousness that feels surprisingly sincere. And then he leans forward a little bit more, resting his forearms on the table, tilting his head as if he was studying a piece of art.
His loss.
Ooh.
Seriously, though. Who picks this kind of place for a first date and then doesn't show? That's a special kind of stupid.
I like your words, funny man. Oh no!
Seriously, though.
Okay.
Who picks this kind of place for a first date and then doesn't show? That's a special kind of stupid.
Yep. It's a strange kind of comfort being defended so bluntly by a stranger. I'm not sure whether to be a little or grateful. Are you always so candid? I ask, unable to shake the watering nerves from my tone as he simply shrugs.
Life is too short to keep playing games, and you don't get extra time for playing it safe.
Yeah.
If you want something, you might as well reach for it.
I'm contemplating life right now. I don't know if I should curse out Kindred or simp over the character he is voicing. I think I'm like a yandere. He pauses, holding my gaze. Wait, no, okay, good.
Name is Rat. What's yours?
Nova, nice to meet you.
Never been here before, have you?
I scoff, morbidly amused, and find enough of my footing to respond sarcastically again. How could you tell?
The way you're dressed was my first clue. Second was the way you kept checking your phone like it's a lifeline.
I feel my cheeks flushing hard with embarrassment, but his tone isn't mocking. If anything, he sounds almost fond. In my defense, I've never been stood up before, so this is new territory.
Well, you are handling it better than most. Some people would have run out of here crying by now.
Who says I wasn't planning to do that in my car? You wanna know what's the funny thing? I've heard his actual laugh. Not like his personal laugh, but I've heard it whenever I pop into his streams. This kind of laugh is like the acting kind of laugh like he puts on a show. Kindred, I swear to God.
Fair enough. But here's a better plan.
I'm listening. He signals the bartender for two and raises two fingers. A practiced guy gesture that suggests he's a regular here. The bartender nods without a question. So this is what you do? Rescue stranded women and try to make them feel better?
I'm not trying to make you feel better.
I feel like it's looking into my soul, and I don't know if I should be scared or aroused. Maybe I can be the two. It's caroused. It's caroused? I don't know. Then what do you do?
Talking to someone I wanted to talk to. Don't make it more noble than it is.
He leans in slightly.
How about you let me salvage what's left of your night? I can't undo the asshole who stood you up. But I can at least make sure you don't leave feeling like shit about it.
Kindred. Something shifts in my chest. This is exactly the kind of thing that happens in the fantasies I write. My mystery stranger who appears at the perfect moment wants to make you feel like the person. Oh dear Lord. I should be cautious and be smart about. I should be cautious. I should be smart. I was just stood up by one stranger from the internet. Welcome to the internet. Oh God, what am I doing? Falling for some random guy's smooth words? It's making it real hard to think straight. You don't even know me.
Not yet. But I know you got all dressed up for someone who didn't deserve the effort. I know you're still sitting here instead of running away, which means you've got more guts than you give yourself credit for.
One thing about me, I've never been on a date. I don't know what the fuck the slightest thing about romance. The bartender arrives with 2 bottles of beer, the good craft kind, not the cheap stuff, and sets them down between us. Rhett slides one towards me. I pick up the bottle, just to have something to do with my hands, and take a small sip. It's bitter and hoppy, nothing like the sweet cocktail I ordered before, but somehow it actually tastes really good. Thanks. That's somewhat accurate.
I have a good eye for these sorts of things. Part of the job.
Uh, what job?
I'm a mechanic. Run a custom bike shop across town.
Ooh.
You work on enough bikes. Start noticing patterns.
Mm.
Where things wear down first tells you how people actually ride.
Ooh. 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 Ooh my.
And what problems they tend to neglect.
Hold on, I'm being messaged. Ooh, wee. Kind of a tired beat today, damn. Ooh. Okay, be honest with me. Do you rehearse this stuff or does it just come out of you like that? I can't have shit on my desk. He laughs again, that same warm rumble, and shakes his head.
Nah, I just call it how I see it.
So, what do you see when you look at me? Question comes up more unnerving than I intended. Ooh. I blame the beer, or maybe the fact that this man has made me feel more in 5 minutes than my actual date managed. Oh shit. Red doesn't answer right away. Instead, he leans forward again, elbows on the table, and really looks at me. His gaze intense, slow, deliberate, and entirely unlike my intentions with anyone else, but never leering.
Honestly, I'm not sure yet.
The answer catches me off guard. I suspected another smooth line.
You ordered a soda first. Switched to a cocktail about an hour in. That tells me you showed up planning to be responsible. You wanted a clear head for whoever you were meeting.
Mm-hmm.
But he never came. So you gave up on being careful. That's the vibe of someone who actually cared to make it work, but is tired of getting disappointed. The rest, I'd have to stick around to figure out.
I don't have a comeback for that one. Just a man admitting he doesn't have me figured out yet, but wants to. It makes me want to let him try. My breath catches as I realize I haven't given him a reply. You're not what I expected tonight.
Good. Expected is boring.
Kendrick, you're a piece of shit. I don't know if I should smooch you on the forehead or hit you with a la chancla. I don't know which one. Cause god dang nabbit. For a moment, neither of us speaks, but it's comfortable. It's a comfortable silence. As far as we both are just talking in the moment and appreciating the company. Wet lips curse into that devastating smirk again.
Now here's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think you spent way too long waiting for something to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, How about you stop waiting and do something different for a change?
I need you to get out my ass. Something different?
Can't get anywhere new if you keep on taking the same roads.
That's true.
So, you staying here nursing that cocktail? Or are you coming with me?
I will be right back. Let me save. Pum pum. Pum pum. Yeet. Yeah, that's so bad.
Can't get anywhere new if you keep on taking the same roads. So, you staying here nursing that cocktail? Or are you coming with me?
Coming with you where?
Does it really matter?
The question hangs between us. It should bother me that the answer is no. I stare at his outstretched hand. This is crazy. This is the kind of thing Hannah would tell me not to do. But something about him makes me want to take the plunge and just... And that terrifies me. Almost as much as it excites me. Ooh, girl.
Now we're talking.
Ooh, okay. Animation time. Ooh. Shit. Damn. Okay. His hand is warm and steady. He pulls me in gently to my feet, and I'm suddenly aware of how close we are. He's a bit taller than me, and the leather of his jacket creaks softly as he moves. He doesn't let go of my hand right away. Instead, he looks at me with calm eyes that still burns underneath, like a promise.
You coming?
I mean... Brain is no longer here. It's not really a question, it's a dare. And the worst part is, it's working. I didn't even know you. He leads me through the crowd of... He led me through the crowded bar, weaving between tables and patrons with ease of someone who belongs here. A few people call out to him. He nods or raises free hand in acknowledgement, but he doesn't stop. Okay. When we step outside, the cool night air hits my flushed cheeks like a blessing. I take a deep breath, and somehow the same air that felt heavy inside now feels so free. My thoughts are still a jumbled mess of "this is insane" and "don't let go of his hand."
Better?
Anyways, it was getting pretty stuffy in there.
Yeah, it gets like that, especially on the weekends.
He finally releases my hand, and I immediately miss the warmth of the contact. He walks over to one of the motorcycles parked near the entrance. A sleek red beast that looks expensive and dangerous. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yeah. He's not.
Never been on one of these before.
A motorcycle? No, absolutely not. I don't even have a helmet, and
I've got you covered.
he pulls a spare helmet from the storage case.
Safety first.
You're not wrong.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rush.
Mm-hmm.
The closest thing to flying without leaving the ground. But if you don't want to, that's also perfectly okay. I can just call you a cab and give you a ride home. No pressure.
I look at the motorcycle, then back to Red. This is the most impulsive, reckless, stupid thing I could possibly do right now. I think about my apartment, clean for the first time in months, but still empty. I think about my friends, all paired off and happy. I think about the dating app guy who couldn't even be bothered to text me when he wasn't coming. I think about all the stories I've written where the heroine takes the risk and says yes to the adventure, throws caution to the wind. I think about what Red just said. Alright, let's do this.
You're the boss.
His fingers brushed my jaw. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I was busy with something. Ooh. His jaw. It's just not my glasses. Ooh. His finger brushed my jaw. And I swear to God, I can feel my cheeks burning beneath the visor.
You're gonna want to hold on tight. Wrap your arms around my waist and lean when I do. Don't fight it.
That is dangerous. That is dangerous.
This kind of bike is a different beast from regular models.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
And hey.
You know what? Yeah?
Trust me.
I rub my hands around his waist like he told me to, and oh, I can feel his muscles through the thin material of his shirt. Firm and soft at the same time. Warm.
Are you ready?
No. Yes. Huh? I don't know.
Perfect. Let's go for a joyride.
The engine roars to life beneath us. A thrumming vibration echoes through my entire body. He slowly accelerates as we're on our way out of the parking lot, and then we burst forward as we hit the main road. Oh, okay. Oh God, Otto, save me. Ooh, he wasn't lying. This is freedom, and it feels amazing. For the first time in months, maybe even years, I'm not thinking about obligations, failed relationships, or expectations. I'm just here. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. We fly through the city streets, the motorcycle roaring beneath us like a living thing. Every time he accelerates, I intentively tighten my grip around his waist, and I swear I can feel him smile even though I can't see his face. I know this is not an animation. It is an animation, but it's a looping animation. We pass through streets Streets. We passed through streets I've never seen, even though I've lived here for years. Beneath the yellow street lights that catch everything in a warm amber glow. This is what I've been missing. This exact feeling. Red leans slightly. I can hear his voice muffled through the helmet. Where to? The question pulls me out of my trance. Right, I have to go home, eventually, back to reality. I shout out my address over the wind, and I feel a nod of acknowledgement. Ooh. Ooh. Soon enough, returning onto a familiar streets, buildings I pass every day. My ears are still ringing, my hands are still shaky. I'm not even sure if I can feel my legs. Oh, I can save. I climb off the bike, and my knees unsteady. I can't tell whether it's from the ride or the adrenaline crash. I have to buy something, I'm hungry. Red swings off after me and takes my helmet. His finger brush mine as I hand it over. So, was it worth it? I think Kenji didn't voice all of it, but partially. I don't know for sure. I realize I'm grinning like an idiot. That was incredible. I've never felt anything like that. Those words do wonders for a man's ego. He's looking at me with the same intensity from the bar, like I'm the only thing worth paying attention to in the entire world. Oh, that's a man. My skin feels warm despite the cool night air. Thank you for tonight, and you don't even have to say anything. Sometimes the best nights are the ones that don't need words. Kindred? Being silent, I should probably go inside. The night is over. But I don't want it to end. Oh shit, too fast. I had a good night time tonight. Me too. The best time I ever had, and honestly, I don't even remember. The words that came out more vulnerable than I intended, but I don't take them back. It's true. Tonight feels like magic. Then we should do this again. Really? Wait. I freeze for a split second. Really? Why do you sound so surprised? Do you think I do this for just anyone? I don't know. Do you? I'm half joking, but there's a real question underneath it. How many other women has this man swept off their feet like this? But Red shakes his head, that practice smile with his lip. Nah, you're different. You barely know me. I know enough. I know enough to want to know more. Oop. 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 I need to stop doing that. You know what? Oh, yeah. It's not. It's not a grand declaration. Aw. Most people walk into that bar and try to blend in, order whatever everyone else is having, sit where they're told. You sat in the corner booth in that outfit, then ordered a cocktail with a straight face. Either you're fearless or you have no idea what you're doing. I mean, you know what? No, nope, 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 nope. Keep my dirty mind out. Can it be both? Can't it be both? Usually it is. Usually is. Plus, you didn't say no to when I offered you a ride on my bike. Most people would have. Most people are probably smarter than me. You're too close. You're too close. Most people don't know how to live. It's close enough that we're so like, oh, oh. Please. Like he's finally stopped holding back. I want to see you again. I'd like that. Next weekend? Saturday? Isn't that too soon? Maybe not soon enough. Sounds like a plan. Good. Pick you up at 7? Hey! Can I get the customer number so we can, plan? Sure. Here you go. I want to see his face, man. He's so hard. I just want to yum. No. There, now you have mine. Perfect. I'll text you tomorrow about where we're going. So, something special. Ooh! Oh shit! Y'all couldn't hear my fat ass. I was muted. Oopsie doodles. It feels silly adding the motorcycle emoji, but also perfect. Why did I press history? Ooh. Return. Ooh. What was with the text? After a mini heart attack, I realized it's just Hannah. You alive? It's been hours since you texted. Getting worried. Oh no, she forgot to text her friend. Literally, me. That is me. Anybody who texts me, even like my mom. Let's just say I forget to do certain things and she yells at me for it. So, tee like she's about to yell at me to do something. Guilt crashes over me. I completely forgot to update her after the initial text from the bar. She probably thinks I was murdered and dumped in a river somewhere. Oh my god. I am so sorry. I am home and safe. Long story. We'll call tomorrow and I'll tell you everything. She almost was immediately confirming my suspicions. You better. Sweet dreams. So cute. I set my phone down and head to my bedroom, already peeling off my clothes. And then I catch myself in the mirror. My hair is a windblown mess and my cheeks flushed. I look like someone who just had the night of her life. I look nothing like the sad, hungover person who sat in this apartment yesterday morning, drowning in self-pity and job applications. What just happened? So sorry. My reflection doesn't answer, but she is smiling. I changed into a cute pajamas, crawled into bed, and my body exhausted, but my mind is racing. Can't wait. Next weekend can't come soon enough. I reach for my phone one more time, pulling up his contact tag. No profile picture, just the number and that little motorcycle emoji. Should I text him? Should I thank him for tonight? Should I... let him know I got inside safely, or is this so self-desperate? Bitch, no you don't. No you don't. No. Before I can, my phone buzzes. A text from Rent. Sleep well. Sleep tight. Next time is gonna be even better. I'm grinning again. I text back. Can't wait. Yeah, you like it here or so. For the first time in months, I think I'm gonna get a good night's rest. Maybe real men aren't so bad after all. maybe just needed to find the right one, right? Yeah. It's morning. I slowly wake up, feeling better than ever. For a moment, I just lay there, staring at the ceiling, blinking as I rubbed the sleep from my eyes. I like this song. I wonder if I can click anywhere. That would be so funny, but I know that's hard to program in RMP. Last night plays through my mind like a movie I can't stop rewatching. My fingers drift through my lips, to my lips. I grab my phone from the nightstand and there it is, wet, with the text from last night still on my screen. My heart fluttered all over again as I read his message 3 more times. God, I'm pathetic, but I don't even care. I get out of bed with more energy than I've had in months. I go to the bathroom. As I brush my teeth, I catch my reflection, grinning back at me like an idiot. The woman in the mirror looks happy, the kind of person who lives in the moment. We even rode on a hot stranger's motorcycle last night. Who are you? After a quick shower, I throw on some comfortable clothes and head to the kitchen. I think he didn't make the kitchen. He didn't make the kitchen. This is the bedroom. I think he put this as a placeholder. Because I did see some pictures. I'll go through the files and see what I find. But I know he made one because he posted it. I think it was on his Patreon. I don't know for sure. But I know he posted it somewhere. I'm actually hungry for the first time in days. I usually skip breakfast entirely. I make myself a real meal. Scrambled eggs, toast, and fresh coffee. Girl, I love a good coffee, especially with some cream and sugar. As I sit down with my plate, I realize I need to call Hannah. She's probably been worried sick. And honestly, I'm dying to give her the tea about last night. I fill up a contact call, sit down at the table, and take a bite of eggs while it rings. Oh, thank God I've been checking my phone every 5 minutes. Are you okay? What happened? You said you have something. You said you would tell me everything. Hannah, breathe. I'm fine. Better than fine, actually. You better than fine? What does that mean? Did the guy actually show up? No, he didn't. I completely got stood up. What? That asshole! I knew I should have. Wait, why do you sound so happy about it? I can't help but grin at taking another bite of toast. Because while I was sitting there feeling sorry for myself, someone else showed up. No, way, tell me everything right now and don't you dare leave out any details. And so I do. All the way to the kissing and leaving me at my door. Oh my God, this is something like out of one of your stories. The mysterious biker who sweeps the perfect moment. Nova, this is insane. I know, I can't help. I know, I keep wanting to wake up and realize it was just some elaborate daydream. So, when are you seeing him again? Please tell me you got his number. Whew. No. Okay. So when you're seeing him again, please tell me you got his contact number and didn't just ride off into the sunset like some kind of Martyr Cinderella. We're planning another date next week, probably Saturday. There was a pause from the other end of the line. Saturday? As in this Saturday? Like in 6 days? Yeah, why? Nova, sweetie, Saturday's Jordan's birthday. The words hit me like a splash of cold water. Jordan's birthday, his birthday party that he's mentioned in our group chat. Though not completely forgotten in the chaos of riding through the city like I was in a music video. Oh no. Oh no, I completely forgot. He'd been planning this for weeks. We're all meeting at that bowling alley he likes. The one with the retro one with the arcade games. I pressed my palm against my forehead. How could I forget? I really fucked up on this one. But Red, though, canceling on him makes my chest ache and I feel kind of weak. Oh, I can reschedule with Red. It's fine. Jordan's birthday is more important. I mean, yeah, but Nova, I'm a little worried. About what? About last night. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm really happy you had fun. You deserve a good night after everything you've been through, but you got on a motorcycle with a complete stranger and rode off. The fuck was that? Something just crawled on my hand. Ew. You got on a motorcycle with a complete stranger and rode off into the night. That's actually really dangerous. I feel a wave of defensiveness rise in my chest. I know Hannah means well, but the way she's saying it makes me feel like a child being scolded. I wasn't being reckless. He gave me a helmet. He knew what he was doing. He owns a bike shop, Hannah. He's a professional. I know, but you don't really know him or actually at all. He could have taken you literally anywhere. What if? But he didn't. He took me home safe, exactly like he said he would. Okay, but what if he hadn't? What if he'd been some creep who he wasn't? I have good instincts about people, Hannah. I know it sounds crazy, but I feel safe with him. More alive than I've actually felt in a long time, actually. There was another pause. I could practically hear Hannah choosing her words carefully on the other end. I trust your instinct. I worry about you, especially after everything you've been through lately. You've been really isolating, and now there's this perfect guy who shows up at the exact right moment. It feels, I don't know, like a movie, and real life isn't usually a movie. Her words settle uncomfortably in my chest. I know she's right. I know she has a right to be concerned. I know it sounds too good to be true, but maybe there's some good. Maybe some good things can happen. Just happen sometimes. Maybe I'm allowed to have something exciting for once in my life. You're right. I'm sorry. I don't know what. I don't want to rain on your parade. You deserve to be happy. And hey, if this guy makes you happy, then I'm happy for you. Just promise me you'll be careful. I promise. I'll text her about the rescheduling and Jordan's birthday. Jordan's birthday comes first. Thank you, really. I really appreciate you being there. And hey, maybe you could bring Rhett next time, next to the group thing? We'll all love to meet him. I thought about Brett in a bowling alley with my friends. Doesn't sit right in my head. Picturing Brett in rented shoes, playing games with Mark and pretending to laugh at one of Jordan's dry jokes. The image just starts to form. Maybe we'll see how things go. Fair enough. I have to run. Mark is attempting to make pancakes, and I don't trust him alone in the stove. With the stove. Text me later? Will do. Thanks for checking up on me. Always. Love you. Love you too. I end the call and stare at my phone for a long time. The leftovers of my breakfast haven't gone cold. Hannah's concerns echo in my head, mixing uncomfortably with euphoria I've been feeling all morning. She's right. She's right to worry. I mean, objectively, riding off with a stranger is dangerous. But Brett isn't like that. I feel there's something different about him. I pull up his contact and start typing a message. Oh? And that's where the demo comes to an end. Oh, thank you for playing all the way to the end. It honestly means the world to me that you're here. What you played is an early slice of something much bigger. Affectionate is still in active development, and there's so much more of the story to tell. The full release will follow three love interests, each with 2 to 3 endings and around 100k words of their own. Shit. Everything you've seen of Red so far is just the start of his route. Here's the plan. Complete Red story launches the complete Red's complete story launches into Steam early access by December 2026. The second love interest follows as a free update mid 2027 and the third in late 2027. If you'd like to come along for the rest, here's how. Wishlist the game on Steam so you don't miss the launch. Join our Discord and check out our website for extra content. So that is affectionate. Everything about this game will be in the description. The links to the game, everything will be in the description. I highly advise you to um wishlist the game, join their Discord, and check them out. I really and yeah, chances are I have folded like a fucking lawn chair. Yeah. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.